Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. It's the brother Bayan.
Brother Kalaya.
Here to bring you a quick ride and talk. Prior to get started, I want to give infinite honors and prayers to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS who taught us this truth. Peace and salutations to the hopefully elect, which is Yuakim, Yuakwat, the brothers and sisters in the Hebrew that believe. Okay, and again, just a little ride and talk on the way to a lesson with the bros, and through the Spirit, I pray that this lesson be edifying, and again, through the Spirit, this lesson is inspired by a little short video that I watched from the brother Yawanathan from Dallas off of YouTube, and he titled his little short, do you really believe, or something in that manner like that. All right, and that question opens up a lot of things, in the scriptures that you need to question yourself, coming into this thing, and even brothers that's still rocking and rolling, Do you really believe? All right. Do you believe all of these things are going to come to pass? Do you believe of the rewards that the Lord has promised us? Do you believe? Are you going to have that faith into the end? And only Lord knows. Which why you need to stay prayed up. All right. But ultimately, just having that belief in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Okay, but on this video right here, we're just gonna hop into those rewards of standing 10 toes for the Lord, But you can kick it off with that Revelations, Baba Kashah.
It's the book of Revelations, chapter 22 and 12, and it reads, "And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according as his work shall be."
God giving every man according to the works that basically that he has done. All right, and we went into this a while back of the two different rewards that the Lord is coming out to give. Okay, he's giving that reward of salvation, that rulership to be of the 144,000 to be of the elect of that 1/3 overall. And he's also coming back to give you that reward of you 2/3, to you niggas, that just hasn't been obeying and just had to learn everything the hard way, You want to say something?
Yeah, I got this word reward, and it's G3408, mistos, and it reads, dues paid for work, wages higher, reward used of the fruit naturally resulting from toils and endeavors. In both senses, rewards and punishments. Of the rewards which the Lord bestows or will bestow upon good deeds and endeavors, and of punishments.
You can speak on it.
And like the brother was saying, there's two types of rewards. There's good rewards, and there's bad rewards, punishments. Okay, but the point that I wanted to get was, it says used of the fruit naturally resulting from toils and endeavors. Alright, and toils and endeavors are afflictions, things that we go through on a day-to-day basis, temptations. Okay, and ultimately that mark, man. Okay, avoiding that mark. Right? If you take the mark, you will receive punishments. Okay, that's your reward. If you don't take the mark, you will receive everything that the scriptures tell you you're going to receive. Which the elect are going to receive, man. The benefits. Okay, being the first fruit. You got it.
And also too, one of those questions that you can pop up of, do you believe, is that a lot of people in the world don't really believe that the Lord is coming back for judgment and has blood in killing on his mind. All right, do you believe that the Lord is telling you that some people that he's coming back to kill? And if I could, just roughly paraphrase too, we don't have to get it. Same thing with Job. When Job went through his trials and so on and so forth, what happened when his wife told him to curse the Lord and died? He said, am I just supposed to expect the Lord just to, give me basically just do good and not bad? And that's a balanced power that we deal with, all right? Just giving the insight of the Lord, he's coming back, to do good to the people that has been doing good, that he's ordained and protected, and he's coming back to do bad to the people that's doing bad, giving them their just reward, But you got it.
It's Revelations 19:11, and it reads, "And I saw heaven opened, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True, and righteousness. In righteousness he doth judge and make war." So going back into, what that brother was saying, this is describing Yahushua, man. Right? As you go down a little bit lower, next two verses is giving a description, right, of how Yahushua is coming back, man. Right? It tell you he's coming. It says he was called Faithful and True, right? Which Yahushua is the word, man. Right? So this word is faithful and true. Okay. He's coming back in truth. All of the things of the scriptures happened, right? And all of the things that are written will happen. Scriptures tell you one jot or nor tittle will pass, right? So all of the things will come to pass, and they are true, man. All right? It says, and in righteousness, okay? So it's not unrighteousness that the Lord is coming back and coming to kill, right? And reward those who have sown wickedly with wicked rewards. All right, it says, and in righteousness he doth judge and make war. All right, just to back you up on that, man.
And that'll behoove you to get on the right side of things, man. All right, if you know the Lord coming back with that type of judgment, all right, and that he's definitely slicing things up and separating, the holy from the profane, all of these things being done, again, it'll behoove you to get on the right side of the Lord, all right? Because again, they still have people in this world that we kind of mentioned a little bit in one of our classes that we had this week, Jake think that they could sit back and just bullshit and do all the abominations underneath the earth, but just claim that they believe in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, or even less than that, claim that they believe in Jesus, and think that the Lord is just going to come back and save them. All right? But, sorry to burst your bubble, really not. But the Lord is coming back to mess over you niggas, and all of these people that believe this way. All right? It's the right way and it's the wrong way of doing things. And that's just how simple life is. It's right and it's wrong. Okay? But a lot of people don't really believe that the Lord is going to give judgment to the people that is just completely doing wrong. But if you don't have anything, could you hit me with the James, Baba Kasha?
Yeah, this James 1:12, and it reads, "Blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord hath promised to them that love him."
And that's a promise from the Lord, of going through, these troubles, these troubling times that we're going through now, and the future things that are to come. All right. Do you really believe that if you was to sit down here and suffer, all of these things, put that life that you always wanted on a back burner for the Lord, do you really believe that the Lord is going to give you everything that you could ever desire? All right. Do you believe in those many mansions that the Lord said that is going to come to us? And also, through the regeneration, just roughly paraphrasing that Matthew, the regeneration of us forsaking the things. All right. These are things that needs to be, locked in on the forefront of your mind. All right. Because the Lord is not a power that can lie to us. you know, and he's not going to forsake the people that is doing the works, you know. It's just not in his nature. All right. Again, he's going to repay, you know, that righteous reward for you know, you doing the right thing. All right. Anything you want say on that, or you?
Nah, you hit the nail on the head, man.
Con.
Hey, the Lord is not a man that he should lie. Well, really, I do have some of this came to mind. This the Book of Lamentations. This one that I love to go to.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when people start to lose hope, right? Because you see the state of Jake now, and it's hard to imagine us coming from a valley like this all the way to the, you know, to a peak that we can't even describe right now. All right. Hey, in an ancient world, when Israel fell, nobody could believe, all right, that we would fall from that peak. You know, none of the Israelites believed that we would stoop that low, that we would become that lowly of a people. Just like right now, we're in that stupor. We are that low, and we can't imagine. Well, you know, we can, the elect can. Well, I say the hopeful elect can. All right, but 2/3 can't imagine that. But real quick, this is Lamentations chapter 2 and verse 17, and it reads, "The Lord had done that which he had devised. He had fulfilled his word that he had commanded in the days of old. He had thrown down and had not pitied, and he had caused thine enemy to rejoice over thee. He had set up the horn of thine adversaries." All right, and I love to bring this out because it's telling you that the Lord done what he had devised.
Mm-hmm.
If he devised our demise, how much more our uplifting, the ascension of Jacob, man. All right, we can see he clearly done the things that he said in Deuteronomy the 28th chapter.
Mm-hmm.
We can clearly see that. So how much more, the things that are promised unto us, man. You know, go ahead, Doc, you got it.
Yeah, and that's pretty much the basis of this thing, man. So again, you know, faith is, you know, what it says in the book of Romans, and I believe it's in another book too. It slips my mind, but it tells you about that faith without works is dead, and so on and so forth. How faith and works go hand in hand. You know, you have to having faith in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is mandatory. All right, with all of the works that he's, you know, done, you know, and just everything throughout the scriptures, you know, for you to believe that is holy and true, you know. But can you do you have anything else before we hit that last one?
No, we can get the last one.
Con, let's hit that last one and we'll get out of here.
It's the book of Matthew chapter 6, and I believe it was let me look, 32. Matthew 6 and 32, and it says, "For after all these things do the Gentiles seek, for your heavenly Father knoweth that ye have need of all these things. But seek ye first the kingdom of Yahweh and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. Take therefore no thought." Well, that's really the point.
Yeah, that was the point.
32 and 33, and this is red letters.
Con. Read that last part one more time, Baba Kishore.
It says, but seek ye first the kingdom of Yahweh and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto thee.
Con, you know, seek these things first, man. Seek the will of the Lord. All right. If you don't have zero understanding, seek the name of the Lord. All right, because that's the only name that you can be saved by. Okay, so it's a list of things that you know that you have to work on with bettering yourself, of growing in His truth. You know, in order to be found faithful and, you know, and holy when the Lord returns. All right, holy being separate. All right, because you don't want to be mixed up in any type of way with these niggas or 2/3, or even, you know, following the ways of the heathen in this world, you know. So all of that being said, all right, you have to truly believe that if you was to put your mind to it and ultimately receive that praise and that gift from the Lord, to have that faith to do these works, all right, it's going to be a reward that's going to come behind it, man. All right, the Lord has promised it. The Lord says it many times through the scriptures. So if he's constantly reminding you throughout the scriptures, through many prophets, you know, telling you these things, you know, who are you not to believe? All right, you'll be very, very stupid to not believe these things if the Lord repeats it time after time. All right, you hold on to what I say, you do the things I tell you to do, I'm gonna take care of you forever. All right, and that's the moral of the story. Okay, but
if I could say,
yeah,
you know, when you jump up a little bit, a couple verses, it's going into really, you know, Jake caring about everyday things, clothes, you know, drink, housing, you know, money, things of that nature. But what it ended off with in verse 30, the very last portion of that precept, it says, "O ye little of faith."
mm-hmm.
You know, and I'm gonna read 30 and 31. It says, "Wherefore I, Yahweh, so clothe the grass of the field, which today is, and tomorrow is cast into the oven. Shall he not much more clothe you, O ye little of faith? Therefore take no thought, saying, what shall we eat, or what shall we drink, or wherewithal shall we be clothed?" You see? And then it goes down to tell you that all of these things will be added unto you. But nevertheless, like this brother Sam, you know, on a day-to-day basis, right? Really on an hourly basis, your mind should be, you know, stuck on having faith in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, all right? Because that's these things that the Lord mentioned. He's saying these for a specific reason. These are the things that men fall out for. Simple shit like food, clothes, a place to stay, women, right? Money. These are simple things, but yet you have men that don't have faith that the Lord will add these things unto you if it is necessary for your walk. You know? So that's why they're mentioned. And that's why he said, "O ye of little faith." And I'm gonna reread 33 so it can all, you know, play into effect. It says, but 33, "But seek ye first the kingdom of Yahweh and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you." You see? So do you, like this brother started out with, do you really believe, all right, that we will receive the rewards that are promised unto us? And if the answer is yes, then you should practice on having more faith, all right, in the simple things that I just named. The food, the clothes, you know what I'm saying? Those are the simple things that we should have more faith in the Lord with, man.
Yeah.
You know, well, go ahead.
Just backing you up too. Again, you know, kind of mentioned that, you know, many men will go astray off of that. You know, when the times of trouble have hit, you know, you got to bring out the saying. You say pressure makes diamonds, and it also busts pipes. All right. Do you want to be that when pressure hits, that it busts pipes in just uncontrollable manner happens around that you just can't control? You know, just because, you know, you couldn't handle the pressure, or are you going to weather the storm? All right, you ain't the only one, Jake. We all going through something. All right, the Lord has battles in front of all of us. You know, henceforth, why this is the proving grounds that we're in right now. All right, trying to do everything to the best of our ability in a fight day in and day out. You know, to overcome this thing, man. All right, but that's the motivation behind it. You look at the rewards and the promises that the Lord puts in front of us. You know, that He puts on the scriptures for us to read, and for us to be in this time that we're in, to have that type of understanding now. Okay, and man, you just gotta believe, Jake. You know. You want to say anything?
That was it.
Con. Yeah, so you know, we just arrived to the lesson. You know, we pray that this rod and talk was edifying. Trying to get out of here, I want to give infinite honors and prayers to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Kakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS who taught us this truth. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, you Akim, you Akwat, which is your brothers and sisters in the Hebrew that believe. All right, and you know, keep on believing, keep on pushing. Have that faith in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, and Shalom.